It's fast.
Uh-huh.
I hope StreamYard works tonight.
No shit.
I mean, if it doesn't, hopefully it just kicks me off.
Yeah, me too.
We'll just end the show randomly. Fuck it.
Right?
All right.
Roll the intro.
Oh, yeah. Ah, we're here again. We're here again.
We're here again. Did we even leave?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I sit in this chair half the time when I'm at home, so I need a new one. I mean, the one behind me on the wall is broken, and this one's getting worn out now. This was Sam's. Now I gotta buy new chairs.
Damn.
I'm fat, okay?
I
Anyway,
know, right?
what is going on, everyone? And welcome to the Quacking Off Live show right here on the Quacking Off channel on YouTube. If you would, please consider hitting that like button really fast. It doesn't hurt you at all, but it helps the show. Consider subscribing if you haven't, because we are much closer now to that 100 mark before the first of the year.
We're at 87 subs as of half an hour ago when I looked.
That's pretty good. I guess it's still pretty good. If we ended with 87 to 90, I'd be pretty happy. If we can get that 100 mark before the end of the year, before the first of the year, rather, it would be really good. We see, obviously, we've got Hummus Hero in here. Hummus, your question just got started already before we went live by Spaz, so we will bring that up. Don't worry. Jackson, he can't get the song out of his head, as always. Hey, if it sticks, it sticks, right? Isn't that called good marketing? That's good. It's called good marketing. Shit.
Absolutely.
How are you doing, Spaz?
Doing all right. Tired, but I'm here.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Let's do this. I'm changing it up on you.
Got surgery in 36 hours. This will be fun.
Ooh. Little snip. Finally.
No, snip of the eyeball.
Ah. No, thank you.
Cataract removed and new lenses in my eyeball.
Yeah, cataracts. That's something you gotta deal with. Like, people are like, why don't you just get LASIK? I'm kind of like, I don't think I want to deal with that. And like, why don't you wear contacts? I'm like, because I'm not shoving shit in my eye every day.
Yeah.
No, thank you. It's just not my type of thing. Well, Spaz, as we noted, we talked about on the Sunday night show, and we'll have more to talk about on the Sunday night show again, obviously. But there's no football this weekend except America's game.
Army Navy. Go Navy. Beat Army.
Navy. Well, I would say Navy should win this game, but then again, these are those types of games where it's just like most of the time until the last like 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, it's like a shit. Just an absolute not a shit show in a bad way, but a shit show as in like no one wants to score until the final 2 minutes.
Anybody know what the weather is in Philly this week?
I'm going to assume that it's going to be cold, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it says it will be 41.
That's why we're going to have an Army-Navy snow game. Okay.
I mean, that's what it says right now, at least on the preview here. It says 41 degrees, and it looks, I guess, just kind of cloudy. But, I mean, who knows?
Thanks, Hummus.
The Navy's only a 6-point favorite, and the over-under is 38.5, which means Take the under. In these games, take the under.
Yeah. Did you see the over under for Oregon James Madison?
I have. I don't have it open right this second.
50.5.
Well, because Oregon's 20-point favorite, 21.5-point favorite right now.
21 and a half favorite. And they're only saying 50. I'm betting the over.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that. Especially next week, we'll deep dive, and hopefully, we'll have the radio broadcaster on the show. Hopefully, he'll check his thing. I might tweet at him tomorrow. Maybe just send a little notification through.
Oh yeah,
email a little bit better. We'll just tag team.
We're gonna fuck this show all up tonight.
Then again, that guy might be getting some fucking heavy interest now all of a sudden because they're like, who can we find? And like he's now under attack from everyone.
Let's bring up ranting with Spaz.
Oh, hummus, you are correct. I forgot the bowls did start on the 13th. You are correct. There are some bowl games, but no one gives a shit about those. Who cares about Washington and Boise State in Los Angeles or San Fran?
Yeah,
no one cares about that. All right, fine. Goddamn, Spaz, you are a needy shit today, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is it ranting with Spaz? I thought you said don't name it ranting with Spaz.
Well, because I've got one.
Oh, now you need a ranting with Spaz.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome everyone to the segment return of ranting with Spaz.
All right. Well, NCAA. These people have lost their damn minds. I just noticed today a tragic experience coming next Saturday. They did all this to have these first ever home playoff games. Right? They wanted the better team to host the first round matchup at home. But then you take Don Essig away from us. You strip us of all of our club premium access. It's all been taken over by the NCAA. You then like are taking anything basically surrounding Oregon or the Big Ten all the stadium atmosphere. You're covering a bunch of that shit up because this is quote unquote a neutral site game. What in the fuck? This makes no sense. You say you want to go to this 12 team. You say you want to give these teams home game environments. But I goddamn guarantee you, if this game was in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, that thing would be red bulldog everywhere. And don't tell me it wouldn't.
Yeah, so I haven't quite heard that. I'm not surprised by news like that, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a neutral field when you have to travel across the country to play a team in their stadium. So I can see some of the banners because obviously you're promoting that it's the playoff. I'm assuming they're gonna. Did they do that last year? I don't recall. Like, say for the home fields, did they put like playoff logos on there to be like this is part of the playoff now or something like that?
I don't remember.
Like just a small one next to this, like for instance, like Autzen, it would be the Big Ten logo, and then maybe like above it a little playoff logo or something like that, or something. I don't think they did that last year, but stuff like that I could see, to signify it's a playoff game.
All I know is you go into making for the last 3 years, the talk has been that they're going to do this and they're going to have these home playoff games. But then you're going to call them neutral-sided games, that there is no home team. You're taking the home stadium announcer out of the announce booth and putting Joe Blow in there. You're having somebody totally different handle all the scoreboard stuff. What is going on here? This is Oregon's stadium. You brought the game to Eugene, and you're not going to let us showcase.
I am
Bullshit.
I am guessing there was obviously a overall agreement amongst all the conferences that was how it would be. That's all they can say, and that means all the presidents probably said sure, or majority said fine, whatever. So we're not going to get to see the duck ride out on the Harley.
Well, you'll get that probably, but you're not going to get a lot. We better get the duck on the Harley.
If they took that out, I'd be like, okay. How do you remove the entrance of the home team?
I just want Pat McAfee driving the Harley and rolling the duck out there.
Well, then you'd be removing the whatever his name is now. That's been doing it the last few, like, how long has he been doing it now? Is it 4 or 5 years? The original guy retired after like 19 or 20 years.
Yeah. There's a new guy that came in.
Yeah, I can't remember. He's been there for maybe five years.
Unless you got some good questions, we've got them started. We're going to go through those as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, Spaz, as we get into the playoff, because again the regular season's over, we already know what's happened. That's what my other topic was going to be, but we'll just roll into the next one, and then we'll probably touch it with tweets of the week quickly later. Spaz.
I got nothing.
I want to get him before he gets his surgery. And his
oh no!
Not again.
What is happening?
I don't know. I like this person though. Ask him for the website, Clint. Jesus. They're already sold out.
What the fuck is a tight end tenderizer?
I'm not going to ask. That could go either way.
Oh, shit. No.
Yeah, so I was like, nope. All right. Recapping the 2025 season, Spaz.
The joyful javelin.
Ooh, I know. It will fill the holes with Christmas joy. All right. So the 2025 season, Spaz, this is the good and the bad, the positives, the negatives, however you want to look at it. Because obviously we don't have football until the 20th for us, you know. How would you say the season has been?
Super successful. One bad game, and it was just a sluggish offensive game all year from being back-to-back undefeated. That would have been insane. But, hey, I tell you, 11-1, 5th ranked in the country. Couldn't have asked for anything better because this is a young team. This team constructed the way it is right now with the amount of athletes and guys that we have and the young crew that we have. This team is built for that title run. It may not be this year, but in the next couple, 3 years, this team with the offensive firepower and the defensive weapons that they brought in and that they've recruited, this team is going to be gunning for its first national championship to Eugene. in the next 1 to 3 years. There's just no doubt about it. This is exactly how you want to build a young, developing team. Get that little push, get that experience level up, and then go to the next. And that's where we're at. I did not see 11-1 this year. I saw 10-2-9-3.
I
Did
think we
not
both.
see 11-1.
I think we both kind of settled on 10-2. We said it's not impossible to go undefeated, but I think we realistically said 10-2 would probably the most likely scenario. Shut
Yeah.
up, Clint. Shut up, Clint. I agree with a lot of what you said. I think that this year was a building block because a lot of especially the secondary, were really young guys. Then the bad part was, of course, later on was the injuries, but the good was that you saw other people fill in their place.
You saw depth this year.
Yeah, so that was a kind of a good and bad type of scenario, kind of situation with it. It's part of the game. It happens. Some of the games, obviously, not as good as you would hope they would be. I mean, like losing to Indiana. I mean, I'm not even. They're the number one team in the country now. They're undefeated, 13-0. You know, that's not a bad loss. You know, in the sense of it. Now you look at it. Even before it wasn't. But winning 21-7 at home against Wisconsin, not great. I know Dante went out in that game, but Wisconsin just kind of has our number. It seems like when it comes to defense, for some reason, they just seem to have our number.
Well, and just so many scenarios. I was listening to Spencer earlier, Locked on Ducks, and he was talking about the depth at the receiver position as well as any of them this year. You had guys like Jeremiah Johnson stepping up, Jeremiah McClellan stepping up for injured guys. DeCorian Moore was your leading receiver through 6 or 7 games, and then now Malik Benson has stepped into the limelight after you lost your number one receiver at the beginning of the year to begin with.
Yep.
Like Spencer was saying, going into the Iowa game, you had Gary Bryant, and then you lost to Corian Moore, and then you lost Gary Bryant in that game, like literally 10 seconds in. So now you're like going, uh-oh. But again, the depth showed up, and it didn't matter whether it was running back, receiver, offensive line. Poncho goes down in the was it the Iowa game?
No, that was USC.
USC game. And Charlie Pickard, who had a rough year last year, came in and really held solid on that offensive line. And a couple other guys stepped up when their offensive lineman that got injured.
Harkey.
Harkey got hurt. Again, another guy comes in off the bench, plugs right in, and just rolls right along.
Well, that's a credit with Alik Terry to the work he's done, because he's been really great working with the O-lines. But obviously the bad is losing both Lupoy and Stein this year. Stein wouldn't surprise Lupoy a little more, but it makes sense. But other than that, again, you just have to trust Dan after the season where he goes and who he gets. So, but yeah, I'd say the season, you couldn't ask for a lot more. There are lots of teams that would trade them their spot to be in Oregon's position any day of the week, no matter what. So
yeah,
still a good season. I don't think it was anything crazy, this is just kind of the standard that Oregon should be at. I know a lot of teams say that this is the standard. This is how it should be. Well, this is kind of what they've been doing. Dan's been getting better every year. He's been building, and this is where you want to be. If you can go to the playoff every year, win a couple games, win a title once in a while. Don't jinx myself here. You're good. You're still at the height.
Well, this team is set up under Dan Lanning right now. There's no excuse for Oregon to not be in at least in the college football playoffs, if not competing for the national championship for the next 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, I think it would take
with the depth we got, the recruiting classes that we're bringing in, the number 2 recruiting class this year, highest in school history. I mean, it's showing on all cylinders.
Well, and again, even it would take crazy injury, and we already had plenty of injuries this year. But I think it would take, like the Wisconsin game again is a good example. Dante Moore goes out. They put in Brock Thomas. They didn't ask him to do a lot. They were like, we're fine. We got this. The defense will do what it needs to do. And we're just going to ride this bitch out. So they didn't even need him to do anything.
Right.
But if he was trusted to be the backup, then he'd be fine.
You take a Dante Moore injury in the playoffs, it's probably a little different.
Yeah. Then we're talking a whole different type of situation. That's why I specifically meant like that game where it was like the defense is fine. They're going to hold us in here. Well, thinking of Dante Moore, that was one of the things too, is because we talked about it at the beginning of the season. Would he be one and done with Oregon?
I don't think so. Everything I'm hearing is that he's going to at least play one more year at Oregon.
Well, that's what we were saying was, what would it take for him to leave following the season? And we both basically said,
win the Natty.
Well, it would be probably a Heisman finalist, potentially. At least put up. We said statistically you'd have to put up some good. I mean, he got good statistics. That's not the problem. He has 2,733 yards, 72.5 completion percentage, 24 touchdowns, only 6 picks. That's not too bad. Not too shabby. But we said if he wanted to do one and done, he would have to at least probably have a deep run, win the national title, or at least play in the title game probably. But he'd probably have to have like a Mariota year, put up over 40, like 4,300 yards, 30 touchdowns plus, 3 interceptions. Like you have just a ridiculous statistical year. And he's kind of been up and down. And maybe that's because the running game took over more than we thought it would this year. It actually was better, I think, than we thought it would be.
Yeah, I'm thrilled with our running game this year. We've had 6 different running backs that can carry the ball at any given time in a game in key moments. And yeah, it's been a different year than I think a lot of people expected. I think some people expected Oregon to kind of fall back a little bit this year after that run they had last year. But as you can see with Dan, train keep it rolling all night long. Train keep it rolling all night long.
Well, I mean, statistically, you look at it. I mean, total yards, passing wise, 2,961. Rushing yard total, 2,621. You're
very
almost,
even.
Yeah, you're almost 50-50. I mean, Will Stein has done a really good job of that.
You want to hear a funny one?
What?
I watched the ESPN simulator. I think it was the ESPN or whatever on YouTube today, where they simulate the game.
Yeah.
And they simulated the James Madison game. I believe it was 49-21 was their simulation. But you want to hear the funny one? Dante Moore passes for 500 plus yards against James Madison.
The simulators are some simulators are so wild.
500 yards.
It's not a
Wouldn't
tweet.
that be fucking wild?
Yeah, because that'd be way more than he passed at all during a game this season.
That would be leading into our next segment. That would be having the three-headed monsters out there. That would be having Evan Stewart, DeCorian Moore, Gary Bryant, and friends on the receiving line against JMU. You have that against JMU, and Dante could literally probably pass for 500 yards. Who are you going to cover?
I mean, do you know what? Do you know right now? I'm looking at it, so that's why I'm asking. Do you know what the season high he had was?
3-something, 340,
306.
3.6. Oh, okay.
That was against Minnesota when he completed 90% of his passes. His second highest. You know what it was?
279, I think.
No, it was 305, 1 yard less.
Oh.
That was against the Beavers. Sorry, Clint. Then it drops. Then it's like 290, 286, 257, 248, 266. It drops. You know, I mean, some of those games he didn't have to do anything. So, but
right.
So if he were to throw for like even 400 yards, I'd be like, Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is going on?
You
right now.
You've got Oduck all worked up tonight.
And Clint with the comeback.
But so injury updates. So we're looking at DeCorian Moore.
So speaking of injury updates.
Yeah, I'm rolling the banner.
From the depths of Spencer McLaughlin, Locked On Ducks, Spencer believes that DeCorian Moore is about a 7 to play against JMU. He believes Gary Bryant is a 9.5, and he puts Evan Stewart at a 5.
Okay.
So he's pretty confident from his sources that we're going to get Gary Bryant and probably DeCorian Moore back, at least for JMU. And you could look at having all three back with Evan Stewart possibly as well.
Yeah, I mean, and if
could that be the master plan? Could that be the master plan? You rest DeCorian Moore, you rest Gary Bryant because they got dinged up, towards the end of the season. You rest them for 6 weeks by the time they play James Madison. And then you have Evan Stewart, who's been out all year, but from every indication I've heard, has been practicing for the last 3-4 weeks. And Dan did make the little snide comment the other day. Well, as far as I know, they're all 100% healthy now.
Well, and that's why I was wondering too, depending on the, actual, like, quote unquote, say potential risk factor, or is it worth risking an injury in a game? How does the team feel confident wise with who they have now? Or do they hold them and go, let's keep them for tech?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
have them suited up, ready to go if absolutely necessary or something, but like, don't use them unless you like absolutely need to or something.
My personal opinion is if they're all healthy, including Evan Stewart, you at least put some packages in. A guy like Evan Stewart, maybe he plays, a dozen snaps throughout the game.
Well, if they're healthy, I'm saying if they're like literally like at 90%, it's like, is it worth risking something against JMU injury wise instead, or let them rest another a couple weeks or whatever and get 100%.
I mean, I think
kind of thing.
honestly, Evan Stewart should be able to play, and I think if you know, I think the thing with him is you're trying to get him a medical red shirt for the year to give him an extra year, because with him not playing this year, I think that's gonna bring his draft stock down a little bit.
Oh
But
yeah.
if you get him that extra year, you could give him some reps during the playoffs, let him get the feel back on the game, and then, as long as he stays healthy through the playoffs, it gives him an opportunity to see if that helps his stock, or to decide to come back. And if it was me, I would come back another year, because if he comes back next year, he could potentially have one of the best seasons in Oregon receiver history and easily become a first round draft pick. Now next year you're looking at possibly 2 or 3 first round offensive draft picks.
Yeah,
because you'd have Moore, you'd have Stewart, and you'd have DeCorian Moore, possibly.
No,
after 2 years.
Yeah, but 2 years you'd have to. Well, no, you'd have to do 3 because he wasn't a redshirt.
Oh, you have to do 3? Okay.
I think you have to do 3 unless you have a redshirt. Then you can just do 2 because the redshirt counts as a year or whatever. Unless they get some,
Right.
They can do. I don't know if there's I mean, shit. There's a waiver for everything, so who the fuck knows?
Right.
There's a waiver for everything, but Stewart's got to do a year. I think he knows. No matter if he stays at Oregon or decides to go somewhere else, he knows he needs another year. Because I mean, at this point, he went from maybe like a early 3rd round pick to probably maybe undrafted even at this point, because people don't know about the injury.
Right.
Now he's going to hold up, so he's got to show that he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I think this is Dan's master plan. I think he's going to come out Saturday morning on the 20th, and you're going to see half these guys that were on injury reports gone. Or you're at least going to see half of them gone from the injury report, and guys like Evan Stewart being put as questionable maybe for that game.
Yeah, it's possible. We're going to find out,
and
because
he's suited, and you use him in packages.
Yeah, we'll find, or at least as a distraction, get him running routes, even if nothing else.
Yeah, get him running routes, decoy.
Yeah.
Because think of this, if you have DeCorian Moore, Gary Bryant Jr., Sadiq, and Evan Stewart out there, who's JMU going to guard? Because all 4 of them are potential targets. You can't double all 4 of them.
Yeah, you have to make decisions. You have to make a sacrifice. They would basically, and I'm not going to say like I know JMU defense. I assume they would have to like play much more zone in that situation. Basically, like we're not testing 1-on-1.
Cover 2 zone, something, yeah.
Yeah, we're not allowing them to just take us on 1-on-1, because they know that they would probably get burned.
If that offensive line protects for Dante, and you got 3 of those 4 guys out there,
and I'm not trying to downplay JMU's defense by any means, but the best receivers that they have seen this season were from Louisville.
Yeah.
And they lost to Louisville. So, yeah. This is not a downplay. Dan knows, do not underestimate the giant killers, because that's the situation JMU is in. So do not underestimate them. But they've not seen a team like a lot of the Big Ten teams and stuff.
No, they've not seen anything like what an Oregon, Indiana, Ohio State, even Michigan can put out.
Oh, even USC.
Or even USC.
And Oregon did great against their receivers for the
Well,
most part.
and JMU had to come from behind like 3 weeks ago to beat Washington State.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they beat them 24-20. I see it.
Yeah, so if that's their level of competition, I feel bad for them.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a long day at Autzen Stadium.
I mean, it could be. It could be. Obviously, they've got time to game plan, but they have to travel. We got time to game plan, and we have the unknown of who's coming back. But JMU cannot be overlooked. Dan knows this, and that's why hopefully next week we'll have the broadcaster in here to really give us a good deep dive on JMU. So we are all...
Yeah, we're trying to reach out to some JMU guys.
Be nice, Glenn. Be nice. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get that or someone else. Maybe a couple shows next week about it. We're working. We're working on it. I have to see how my schedule is next week too in the evenings. Hopefully I'm free, but we'll see. We'll make it work. Oh, let's see. What else do we have? Spaz.
Yeah.
I did not set this up correctly, but it's your favorite segment of the week.
Tweets of the week?
It's your favorite segment. Yeah, I didn't set this up correctly in the background. God damn it. So now I just get to wing this. We'll just make sure this works. Tweets of the week. Your Heisman finalists.
Yeah. Fernando Mendoza. Diego Pavia, Julian Sand, and then Love will bring up the rear.
Yeah, Mendoza won it easily. It's his.
Yeah.
One of the great tweets I saw about this was they wondered if Jeremiah Love would opt out of this one too. Yeah, I see that. I see that, Clint. I see 58 and 59 points. I see that. They put up 63 on Old Dominion. So I see that.
Sorry, my pussy wanted out. I had to open the door.
Oh, my. Now,
yeah, you hear that, O-Duck? Get out.
Jeremiah Love will go to the Heisman ceremony, even if he's not playing in a bowl game. Pussies.
Yeah, pussies.
It's Mendoza's, though. He sealed it with the Big Ten title, too. And his stats are great. I mean, Saban's stats are good, but remember, you got to be on the winning team. So, all right, what we got? Oh, yeah. Third year running.
Yeah.
Joe Moore Award finalist for the Ducks. That's why I said Alik Terry's doing a great job over there.
Yeah.
Now, can they win it, though? Because they're up against Iowa and Indiana, I believe it is, for the top three offensive lines. I'm a little surprised Iowa's in there, but then again, I'm not surprised, I guess, at the same time. That's very Iowa-like.
I'm looking for the CCU unit.
We did that last week.
I know. But they put more stuff up this week.
Oh God. Well, you have to tell me this shit before I do all this so I can pull it up.
Yeah.
I'm not searching this stuff in the background while we're live.
I'm just saying.
Oregon takes its first ding, though, Spaz.
Yeah.
Oh, no. The guy who hasn't played basically at all this year has left.
Yeah.
They literally call him the reserve nickel for a reason. That's because all the true freshmen came in and fucking took all the spots.
Well, and you still got Dale and Autzen playing nickel as well from time to time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was like, you got all these guys that
So
are doing it. You just
you've
drop
already
down
got
the depth chart.
at that position.
Yeah, and if you're not the one or two, you're probably not seeing the field a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, oh man, Spaz. This isn't. I know this is a college football show, but Phyllis Rivers coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
There was a couple of good ones. I was just like, oh, I'm only picking one.
Yeah.
Lord. Oh God.
But for all intents and purposes, he's only been signed to the practice squad. But I guarantee you, that guy's going to be the starting quarterback Sunday in Seattle.
Well, that's what I mean, because that was the intent. They were like, they're going to probably sign him to that with the idea, with the plan to be the starter. I was like, oh my God. Sometimes you should know when you retire, just retire. Don't come back and like end up like embarrassing yourself.
ESPN was saying it today. They're like, he's a grandfather. What is he thinking?
Doesn't Phil Rivers literally have like 12 kids?
12 or 13. Yeah, he's got a lot of kids.
Yeah, I was like, literally, like, he's got an army.
And he's got grandkids now as well.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, his youngest is only like a couple years old.
Shut up, Clint. It could be.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention that about the game. Well, I'll bring this up out of the tweet thing here quick. I'll bring it up if I remember, because I was thinking about doing the JMU segment and I kind of forgot. But I'll bring it up here in a minute. Shut up, Clint. Of course, Oregon taking shots at USC.
Yep.
Nope. Clint's not wrong, though. That does sound, what we said earlier, just kind of sound like a USC thing. This is a building year. Next year's the year. They've been saying that for like
25
15
years now.
Well, at least 15.
15.
You know, like the sanctions will be over in a year or two. We're building. Look at our recruiting. Next year's the year. Next year's the year. Next year's the year. Oh, what we got? All right, Notre Dame.
The Pop-Tarts.
Which Pop-Tart hurt you? Fucking hell. I wish the Pop-Tart Bowl had responded to something like that. Had they tagged Pop-Tart Bowl, I bet they would have. They were just coming out with their own thing later on, just going, surely something we can all agree on. The Pop-Tart being the commissioner.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we have to change it every year because he gets eaten?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, never mind. That's a bad idea, Pop-Tart Bowl. Bad idea. Clint, this is a family-friendly show. Go talk to O-Duck about that.
Good touch, bad touch.
All right. This one's funny. I'm going to have to restart the video probably. Not really. I think the life of Notre Dame in the playoff. November, looking hot. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm coming. December. Go.
Oh, that's funny.
That
That's
one
a
got me.
great one.
That one got me. I almost didn't watch it, and then I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh shit! Let's go to sleep. Go to sleep." Oh, this is the one I was telling you about. Now even we're saying the Duke dog is better than Harry the Husky.
Yeah.
Not even close. Oh, and then our buddy Jack complimenting us.
Old Jack.
Oregon gets James Madison and a Mickey Mouse road trip to their first natty, and I get the LA Bowl or whatever the fuck it's called versus Boise State. College football hates me.
Cheers, Jack.
Poor Jack. Poor Jack. Hasn't been that bad of a season, Huskies. Come on. You guys can deal with it. That's your tweets of the week.
All right.
What was I thinking of? I was going to talk about for a second here. We have a couple starred comments. There was something I was going to say. Oh, the JMU game. I can't remember who said it. They said this will be a kind of an interesting game in the sense of you have Bob Chesney leaving JMU, potentially taking some of his staff with him. You've got Will Stein and Lupoy leaving the Ducks, but they're all staying through the playoffs. So this is kind of like a who's the more motivated team, maybe, in some ways. Because everyone's freaking leaving.
Well, the thing with Oregon is you've already filled in those pieces. You already know what those pieces are going forward. So, I mean, yeah, you're losing a little bit. I think defensively, I think we're going to be even better under Chris Hampton. There has been a few times that people have questioned some of the defensive schemes and play calls of Tosh Lapoy over the last couple of years.
Well, yeah, of course.
And Will Stein as well. Drew Messenger is kind of an understudied guy. A lot of people don't know a lot about him. But if you go back and watch the last 2 years of Ducks versus them, you'll see a lot of Drew Messenger. And he's like the hype guy. He's like the ultimate hype guy that I've ever seen in my life.
He's like the Dan 2.0 or like the little Dan in the sense of the hype machines.
Yeah, but he's the one that shows it. Dan doesn't. Dan shows it post game. That's about it.
Yeah, no. That's what I mean. Post game or in his speech, his pregame speeches or whatever, stuff like that. His motivational speeches. But that man is all the time fired up all the time.
But you see Drew Messenger in a lot of the Duck versus them videos, in practice pieces and things. He's just out there just hype. He's a super hype guy.
Yeah, he is. It'll be interesting. That was just a little side note there. He talks a little bit.
He talks occasionally. He'll have a press conference, like he'll do a little post game, but yeah, you don't see or hear a lot out of Tosh. You'll see him if you watch a few of the Ducks versus them. It's another guy that occasionally will get up there and he'll make a quick speech or shout out to one of the players in team meetings but other than that, yeah, you don't see a lot out of Tosh.
Yeah, most of the talking I've ever really heard him do is usually, where they do the outside like spring and fall camp practices, those are the little reporting sessions. That's about the most I've ever really heard him talk.
Yeah.
Now he's going to have to start learning to talk though, because now he's the head coach of Cal, so he's going to have to start talking a lot.
Yep. You're going to be called on a lot now.
So it's like, Well, we had a couple starred messages from Hummus, so don't want to overlook these.
Hummus, are you still here? Give us a thumbs up if you're still here.
Yeah, if you're still here, we're still going to go over them, but if you're still here,
We're still going to go over them. You can come back and listen to them later or whatever.
yeah.
But
We did just say we made sure we were not going to forget about them. So let me see here. First one. Who will get revenge on the Hoosiers? You guys are us, or will Alabama or Oklahoma just end their season? Ooh, that's a good
that's a
question.
great question.
I didn't really read it at first. You'd already started. I was like, okay, well, we'll look at that in a second here. Let's see. We got. Let me pull the bracket. Just double check myself here. So Indiana's on a bye. They'll have to play Alabama or Oklahoma, and then they'll have to play us or Texas.
Will Indiana get the Oregon treatment? Alabama or Oklahoma knock them off?
Yeah,
right out of the gate.
Well, but he said, will it be you or us, as in us or Ohio State? But again, so Oregon has to go through Texas Tech all the way at the Orange Bowl, which sucks.
But I truly believe if Alabama gets by Oklahoma, Alabama can definitely give Indiana a run for their money. Oklahoma, I don't think as much. I just don't think their offense can do anything against Indiana's defense.
But
Alabama's got schemes, but Oklahoma just their offense is. Ugh.
Yeah, but Oklahoma's defense is.
Their defense is good, but their offense is yuck.
So it could be just like that'd be either way, no matter who gets out of that game, Alabama or Oklahoma, I think that'll be a really good Rose Bowl game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the hell if Indiana and Cincinnati aren't going to come out fired up for that, though. So that's the one thing. Never underestimate Indiana at this point. I mean, all you can say 2 years in a row now. You cannot downplay or doubt Cincinnati. So if it came time for revenge, though, would it ultimately end up potentially being Oregon or Ohio State to end it? We'd have the first shot at it, potentially, before Ohio State did. So hopefully it would be us. Hopefully.
Don't worry, Ohio State's not going to be there in the end anyways this year.
Well, we would play in the Peach Bowl before the championship game.
Look at this. O-Duck wasn't getting any response, so she came back as her alter ego.
But yeah, hopefully we would get the revenge. But of course, Oregon's got to play JMU. We can't underestimate them. Then we got to go all the way to the Orange Bowl and take on Texas Tech, which I know some people are thinking that's like going to be like a breeze because they're a Big 12 team. You cannot downplay that Texas Tech's got a good defense. But yeah. So would I rather play Indiana or an Oklahoma or an Alabama at the Peach Bowl? I don't know. Some people have to think about who would we rather play. That'd be a good little segment we could do next week or something.
Yeah.
And Hummus Hero, you have another one that we starred. And like I said, we will not avoid them. We will bring them up. What do you guys think about the Notre Dame ACC drama? I feel like the analogy is Notre Dame is dude who's pissed on his mattress.
Yeah. I don't know. Notre Dame, their only excuse, like somebody was saying on the After Dark show the other night, they got kicked out of the Notre Dame space because they said just to join a conference and this would all go away. Notre Dame, join a goddamn conference. You were in the ACC for a year. Get your ass back there. and get in a goddamn conference, or quit crying that you keep missing the playoff. Christ, you got in last year and made it all the way to the championship. So quit sniveling.
Well, that's what they're sniveling about. It's like, look what we did last year. The all right, I'm gonna do something here, and I normally don't ever do this. Adam, enjoy your 10-second timeout. 10 seconds. The yeah, I the whole point was that's why they're sniveling. It's like we only lost 2 games. It's like we should be in. It's like point is the best 2 teams you played, maybe outside again USC, count that as an okay win. An okay good win. But the 2 best teams you played, you lost to. Granted, the beginning of the year, but you were 0-2 to start the season. And the one team that you did, one of those 2, both of those teams you lost to are ranked ahead of you. So what do you want, Adam? Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, Adam.
Adam's gonna get timed out for 30 seconds now. How do I do that?
I can do it.
But there he is. I got him.
Ah. Can
you
do it?
Shit! I didn't mean to.
That's why I was like, I got it, and you did it. You did it. That was Spaz. That was Spaz, not me. That was Spaz. Oh, you. That's why I don't do it off StreamYard. Don't do it.
How do I fix that?
I'll fix it. Now I gotta go. Now I gotta go do so much more work.
Oh shit!
I gotta do so much more work over here.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
I just gotta go into remove. Where? Oh, good lord! Now I have to find where banned users go in the settings, permissions, community moderation. Username. Oh, there it is. He's not in blocked users. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, he's not in blocked users.
How do I fix this? Come on.
I'm going to have to look at this because he's not in blocked users. We don't have any blocked or hidden users. So I'm going to have to find it. It might take a second to update. I don't know what you did. Stop touching things. Stop touching things. You're killing me over here.
Yeah, fuck. I'm sorry, Adam.
I'll fix it because I don't know how to do it from StreamYard, and there's no option on YouTube that I can see. I have to go in the settings and figure it out. Fucking hell. Anyways, that's a warning. Watch out. Spaz will permanently ban you accidentally.
Yeah.
Spaz, do we have anything else to cover as I have to now go into settings and fix a mistake?
Yeah. No. Message. And
He's got to message and apologize.
Adam was timed out by quacking off for 300 seconds.
Yeah, but then in StreamYard it says because it got all the messages got deleted too. But then on the StreamYard it says you banned him.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works. I've got to go into settings. It's probably maybe I can do it through StreamYard here real quick. Yes. Nope, he's still not in this because that was the guest we kicked out of the studio. I'll have to look. I don't know how to do it real quickly like that, so I've got to look into this. So we'll figure it out though.
Adam, go back to the ODuck and you can probably get back in. Sorry.
Don't do it. He'll ban that one too. All right. Well then, I guess everyone enjoyed some of the bowl games, the Army Navy game this weekend, and we'll be back unless something crazy happens or new news or we have a guest or something pop up randomly. We'll be back Sunday night for the After Dark show to do a little further analysis of the playoff games coming up the following week.
Please donate and subscribe to the channel. I need $175 so I can go to Eugene next Saturday for the game.
He's got like 20 accounts. He'll find a way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you want to donate to the channel, by all means, the links are in the description of this video below. Feel free to go down there if you want to. But otherwise, at least minimally, please hit the like button if you can.
Yeah. Help your boy get to Eugene for the first ever playoff game.
Future Texas matchup. No. We'll take the USC spot with Notre Dame, though. We would take that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, everyone, Sunday night, we'll be back here with the After Dark show, talk all things about the playoff upcoming, and recap a few of the bowl games from the weekend. And other than that, Spaz, I guess we only have one final word because it's year-round, 365 days a year. It lives in our heart.
Yes. Fuck the Huskies.
Fuck Washington. James.
Sorry.